Welcome to the lighter side of the dark side. It's your weekly freak show here on Renegade Radio and all podcast catchers, Spotify, Stitcher, everywhere you listen to podcasts. It's the Dark Mark Show. I am Dark Mark, the goth comedian, and I'm going to turn my camera around here because, there we go. There she is, my co-host, everybody's favorite horror and now poetry writer, Nicole Six.
Yes. The book is doing very well. A small library in Massachusetts has requested a copy, so it'll be very witchy to be in Massachusetts. I'm looking forward to that.
It's, yes, all business as always. No, hi, hello. It's like, oh, my book's in a library now. And the book is called Slow Burn, and it's available on Lulu.com, not Hulu.com, as I erroneously posted. It's
Someday
Lulu.com.
It might be on Hulu, but it's definitely not there yet.
Yes, Lulu.com. And today we have somebody that's been very much requested.
Yes.
And what have you heard about this guest from your friend that requested it?
She said that she's the biggest goth ever. Like, she said literally she's been a goth and she's been around for as long as, I don't know. She was very inspired by
Since
you.
Nosferatu's time, since the beginning of goth...
since my friend joined the scene, basically, she's known of you.
Basically, since goth had an E at the end, she's been there. There she is, my friend and yours, the queen of goth. She is an artist. She makes dolls. She made this tumbler that says "spoiled bat" instead of "spoiled brat." She has many things. She's a painter. She's a fashionista. She's a YouTuber. If you are in the goth scene in LA, you know Queenie Black.
Do they?
Hi, Queenie.
Hi.
Everybody knows you. You're an elder goth, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm an elder. Yeah.
But that's good. Isn't that good?
Yeah, it's good. I've been since I was like 15. Remember when it was called Death Rock?
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into all of that. But before we get started, I have to say that we are being sponsored, and I have to keep up with your energy because you're doing stuff all day. You've got family, you've got all the projects you're working on. You had to tie those bows today for the show. You had to do the hair, the whole thing, and I got to keep up with your energy. And by the way, we're taping this during the day, which is horrible for both of us.
Yes, it is.
But I have to keep up. Oh, wait, do that again for the camera. Yes. So I have to keep up with you. So I'm going to drink my favorite energy drink, Ray's energy drink. This is the best. And actually, Nicole, this is the first time you're trying the Baja Lime flavor. Now, let's see how.
Oh, that's delicious.
Yes, it is. And
very good.
Yes, it tastes just like Baja.
It tastes just like Baja Blast from Taco Bell.
Yes, except you're not eating shitty Taco Bell. And it's the best part of the Ray's energy drink, 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 crash. Now, if you go to the description in any podcast catcher or on YouTube, you get a link and put in the code DARKMARK. You get 15% off a case. You can't get these at 7-Elevens. You can't get these in the grocery stores. Buy a case. You're set for a couple weeks, and you'll be tasting a delicious energy drink. This is better than any energy drink I've tried, and I've tried them all. I tried Steven Seagal's energy drink. I tried the energy drink with Horny Goat Weed. I've tried them all.
Did Steven Seagal's make you want to do karate?
No, you know what? I will tell you about Steven Seagal's energy drink, and I don't know how we're starting with this, but it's the worst tasting energy drink I've ever had, and it's no longer manufactured. So get Ray's energy drink with our code and get 15% off. But it was the worst tasting energy drink. It was horrendous. However, it was probably, with the exception of Ray's, the most effective energy drink. It was like getting slapped in the face. You were ready to go for the day.
Well, have you seen Steven Seagal?
Not lately. Have you seen Steven Seagal lately with the painted hair and he's fat now? And oh yeah, he's not looking too sharp these days, and he's not looking that energetic.
Maybe because he doesn't drink his drink anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't manufacture it anymore. It just went. And I got it. To be fair to him, I got the 99-cent store, so those were old cans. So
all the energy was gone.
The energy was there, but the taste was like, ew, that's gross. It was like, ew. It was like tasting Steven Seagal's old jockstrap. It was awful, but Queenie, you've been goth since goth was death rock.
Yes.
Now you were punk before then.
Yes, I was.
Now I did not know this. I found this out during the research. You are a Valley girl.
Yeah.
Like OG 80s
OG.
Valley girl.
Gag me with a spoon.
Did you talk like that?
You know what? The girls, the rich girls did.
That makes sense, yeah.
You know, because they all went to the Galleria.
Like the Galleria?
Yeah, like in the God, you know.
Yeah.
But, no. I mean, I tried for a second, but you can hear it a little bit, maybe.
But you went to like the Fast Times at Ridgemont High Galleria.
Yeah.
Before they like turned it into like movie theaters and
Yeah.
Fuddruckers and Cheesecake Factory.
Before the earthquake.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, the earthquake, and then the earthquake just went
Oh wow.
down. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, I was going to the Galleria.
And then, what was it like that pop culture had basically was centered around you and the people around you?
Mm-hmm. You know, when we were kids, this was not acceptable at all.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
You know, you walk down the street and you hear, Halloween's over! You know, like literally the day after Halloween.
Right.
Oh, God, that was the worst day.
Well, but you went from, you started with punk, though.
Yeah.
You like...
Well, because, okay, this is how you want to hear the whole goth story?
I want to hear the whole goth story. Yes, we do. Yes.
Okay. So, I was in, first, you know, new wave. First
Right.
was in new wave, new romantic, Adam
Right.
and the Antz.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Goody two,
Adam
goody two, goody two. Yeah.
No, before that.
Oh,
Like the Good
if
Stand
you
and
strip for
Deliver.
you, you'll strip
No,
for me.
before that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
Before that, like Kings of the Law Frontier. You know, Stand and Deliver and stuff like that. That's my Adam and the Antz. That's my Adam. And Adam and the Antz with a Z too, even before. Where they're punk.
Ooh.
Like.
I didn't know they had a Z at the end.
Oh yeah, in the 70s. Yeah. It was Adam.
So it's like them and that bad CGI movie with the Woody Allen and Sylvester Stallone as the Ants. They had a Z too.
Really?
Yeah, it was Ants with a Z.
Oh well, Adam did it first.
Yes.
Adam and the Ants.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s when he was all punk. Dirk White Sox was like one of the best albums. So anyway, I was into that. I would say I went to Catholic school.
Oh, this explains a lot. Okay.
It doesn't explain everything. It totally explains.
Oh, now it's all coming together.
Right? So it totally makes sense. Went to Catholic school till 8th grade. Then I was like, everything exploded for me.
Yeah, I can't imagine you wearing a uniform.
I wore a uniform. I was a nerd. I was the dork. I had no friends.
See, this is when being a nerd meant being a nerd.
Yes.
Not like I'm a cool guy and I'm a nerd.
No, it was nobody talked to you. You got bullied constantly and nobody wanted to be your friend.
Right.
Basically, you know. So then I came out of my shell in 9th grade when I got to go to public school.
Nice.
So
you got to start dressing and showing some individuality.
Yep, exactly. I cut all my hair off.
Yeah.
Spiked it up. You know, sun in was my first hair thing.
Okay. Yeah.
You know.
Sun in? I'm not familiar.
Sun in is this spray stuff that basically kind of bleaches your hair with the sun. It lightens it.
You're familiar with Sun in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think they still make it.
They make stuff like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you use Sun in?
No, I didn't. I was a nerd as well, and I was like a really good girl, and I didn't touch my hair until I got out, and now I dye it all the time. But I don't think I dyed my hair until I was 25.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. But you knew girls that use Sun in?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's your first gateway into getting to dye. Mom, I'm just going to put a little sun in.
Well, it's similar to that. I used red Kool-Aid, and I just I didn't know what I was doing, but yeah, I wanted to go to this show. It was a punk show, and I wanted to go to it, and I want to do my hair. So
did the Kool-Aid man bust into the wall and
say,
there's still some pictures of me with that color hair. It's it was a pretty little maroon. It did give me some tint. Yeah.
Some
works.
Punk cred.
No, it works.
Red Kool-Aid?
Yeah, I had studied it. Yeah.
That's what the punks used to dye their hair with Kool-Aid.
Oh, wow.
And they used to put their hair up with egg whites.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really?
And glue.
Ah.
I knew about the glue.
I still use glue,
Yeah.
like on my little thing.
Oh, we're gonna get to all sorts of tips
Oh, yeah.
that you have because I've been watching your YouTube videos and they've been very informative. But so then
So then I got into punk because New Wave wasn't edgy enough. It didn't piss my mom off enough,
and it was starting to mainstream too.
Well, kind of. Like I would say. Well, then I went to high school.
Right.
And then that's when I saw the punk boys.
Hot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, with their boots and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Punk's a good look.
Something about a boy in Doc Martens, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my creepers tonight, but that's a little farther down the road.
I like the Doc Martens, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And the best part of Doc Martens is they last like 20 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The more holes, the better, too.
I know. I had this pair that lasted literally, and I gotta get a new pair, but they lasted like 20 years.
Yeah. Well,
they just don't break. They don't.
I saw a whole YouTube on how they make Doc Martens and why they're so expensive, and now you know. Now I know why, because they're so well made.
Right.
Huh.
Doc Martens.
If you'd like to sponsor the Dark Mark Show, please email me at darkmarkshow at gmail.com. Or if you like to sponsor Pocket Full of Posies with a Z.
Yeah.
Yes. So what was the first time you discovered goth?
Okay, I'll tell you a story. So my friends and I were having a party, Mom, I'm going to the movies. Go to my friend's house, just get blackout drunk, right? I was because I just got out of Catholic school, so
Right.
How old were you at this time?
15.
Okay.
So my other friend who was like big in the punk scene, he comes over in full white makeup, all black.
Right.
Because we knew who Susie was and The Cure and everybody.
Sure.
But we didn't realize that there was something more developing with that, right?
Gotcha.
So, and I wasn't allowed to go to clubs.
Right.
My mom was strict.
Well, you're 15 years old.
Well, even when I got a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So, yeah, I was 15 too.
Yeah, your mom might have had a point.
My friends were going. I know. But my friends were going. I wanted to go.
Yes. Yes. Darling Queenie, I don't want you at 15 to be raped by a 35-year-old man in the club.
True.
Sorry about that.
I know. Yeah. I mean, right. I would make that decision now as a mother, of course. But so he comes in full white makeup and black lipstick, and me and my friend are like, "What is this?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, there's this new club," and like he's just sitting back like all his black and his white makeup. He's like, "There's this new club, and it's called Death Rock, or it's called Death Rock." And I'm like, huh? Like what?
Death Rock?
Death Rock makes sense, right?
Yeah, it's like you put your chocolate in my peanut butter.
Right?
You put your death in my rock?
And what was my first crush at 6 years old? Bela Lugosi.
Okay.
Really?
Yes. I can remember watching, they used to play all those old movies on the, because we only had, 9 channels,
yeah.
And I remember, Bela Lugosi's eyes, I fell in love with Dracula. So, and I just found myself into the darker things ever since I was a little kid,
Is Bella the sexiest Dracula? Because I've heard Christopher Lee, some people like Gary Oldman, some people like Langella.
I like Brad Pitt.
He wasn't
not
Dracula,
but a vampire. Okay,
yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Just a vampire in general.
Brad Pitt. No, but then the best vampire movie, Only Lovers Left Alive.
It's great.
Oh, isn't that so great?
So great.
So, Tilda.
Tilda's so good.
Oh, Tilda.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Oh my God, one of the best vampires ever.
Although my favorite is, and always will be, and this is a very 80s goth aesthetic, is The Hunger.
I love
The Hunger, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bowie as a vampire is pretty fucking good. Although he doesn't have fangs, so.
Yeah.
But,
oh my God, so now we're going like this.
No, by the way, this is the conversation you're going to have. we're just freewheeling. We're gonna have a conversation. I'm not one of these people that's like
Oh, good.
that has a checklist of questions, and I like to have a fun conversation.
Okay.
And things will. It's more fun this way. I like it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a three-way conversation too.
That's how I
Yeah,
am.
I'm a little younger, so Bowie was my first crush. I saw him in Labyrinth, and I thought that he was like amazing. Like I didn't know what that was, but
Right?
that was awesome.
I think Bowie was everybody's first crush.
Bowie is everybody's first crush. I agree.
Male and female. I think.
Yeah.
But but I do have to. This is the standard question, and I know you've been asked this a million times, but I've been asked this a million times. So I'm curious, you as the queen of goth, what your take is? What is goth to you?
I know some people these days don't like to hear that it's a. I look at it this way: goth and gothic.
Yes.
I would say gothic is more of the darker side of life, and like what we all love. We love wearing black and cemeteries, and some people like horror movies, stuff like that. Dracula, blah blah blah. I would call that gothic.
Okay.
I would say goth is the music subculture.
Right.
Because
I agree with that because there's the imagery and then there's the society.
Yeah. But it's also, culture. And I'm not being a gatekeeper in any sense of the word because, that's just the way I look at it.
Okay. That answers the question. Yeah, that's all you got to say.
Gothic, but nowadays, okay, when we were younger, there was a definite, you're goth, you're punk, you're country.
There was a very
blah, 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 right?
You were one thing. You were metal. You were this. You were that. Yeah.
I was just watching the Abercrombie and Fitch documentary, and how upset people were that this what preppy was. And I was like, yeah, but goths, because I was goth in high school, we didn't want to dress in that stuff. We had our own stores. I never felt excluded by Abercrombie and Fitch because Abercrombie and Fitch wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Do they discriminate against goths? Is that what happened?
They discriminate against anyone who so the documentary is all about how they were discriminatory against people of color, of people of different races, and most importantly, you had to be attractive to work there, and that was.
Yeah. You can be overweight.
But they were representing a group of people that actually existed in school that thought that way. So, I'm not saying that it's inappropriate for a business, but they were literally marketing to the preppy upper class people that were kind of douchey. So
Do you know what they were called when I was in school? Socials.
Oh yes, the outsiders. Yes.
No, those were socials.
Right, but that comes from the Outsiders book.
Oh yeah. So we call them socials.
Because I remember when we got assigned to read that book in high school, and every time anybody read it out loud, said socks. Because that's what SOCS. Yeah, but it was. And the teacher's like, no, it's socias, like social. And people are like, no, it's a socks right here. But anyway, not to get on an Abercrombie and Fitch
I was
tangent.
just pointing out the fact that when you are goth, you want to be goth. You like that stuff. You don't like the other stuff anyway. You like what you like.
Right, because what I find ironic about Abercrombie and Fitch is that every time I've been in or walked by an Abercrombie and Fitch, probably 75% of the people shopping there are Asian, and they're so racist against Asians.
They were very racist against Asians.
So very. They had T-shirts that were Hong Kong Phooey and all sorts of weird Long Duck Dong restaurants. Get your egg rolls here.
They were in the documentary. They mentioned there was a two Wongs can make it white laundry service.
That was one of their shirts. Yeah, but every time I walk by, it's Asians are just flock there. I don't get it.
I don't know.
Enough about Abercrombie and Fitch. Let's talk about the real culture in Queenie, because you're now.
I wanted to add on the goth thing.
Please.
Okay, so, I think what happened too was people we're all in a way we're all artists.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
In our own way.
In our own way. So it's really hard for me to get words out of this hole in my face. So I got to going around here.
Past that beautiful lipstick that you have on, which how is it 2 lipsticks today or is it 3?
Yeah, it's actually like Night Moth
Okay.
and then Ruby Woo Matte.
It's
All
beautiful.
matte.
Yeah. Like I love it. Is actually artistic the way that it works because the blending is just really well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I was watching your makeover today. Your YouTube channel, which I love, is, I mean, it's so honest.
You know,
I mean, it's really confessional.
I don't. I'm okay. Now there's a backstory about that too. Like
Okay.
why I'm so transparent.
Why are you
about-
so
Why am I
transparent?
so transparent? Because the first.
Except for your pale whiteness, but
Yeah.
why are you so transparent?
I am a vampire. Because the first 30 odd years of my life, I was agoraphobic, horribly agoraphobic, and had anxiety attacks
Right.
24/7.
Hmm.
And then one day I said, as this whole room of hot firemen were in my living room, because I thought I was dying, having a heart attack, and they said, "There's nothing wrong with you. You're having a panic attack." I went, "I can't do this anymore."
So this wasn't a ruse to get hot firemen in your house.
No, I wasn't into firemen at the time, but I was a new mom and everything, and you know,
Well,
like I said, I was bullied in school. I mean, you can't look the way we do back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I was bullied for being overweight. I was bullied for the way I looked. You know, I had a mommy dearest. Mom, I love you, but my mom has Alzheimer's now, so.
Okay,
She
so
doesn't remember.
keep
It was, in
keep the wire
90s.
hangers away from her.
Yeah, yeah.
In the 90s, it was the same. People were still getting bullied
Yeah.
in the 90s. I think that it wasn't until we all got old enough, the people that were going to school in the 80s and the 90s, that we started defining what was cool, that being a nerd was okay. Once we made it through this guillotine, or not guillotine, what's the word I'm looking for? Gauntlet. Once we made it through this gauntlet of all these different things you had to go through in high school, then we were able to determine what was cool in college. And then, like, our culture started appealing to us. Like, TV shows started becoming more popular for what we liked.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't really start until people in the 80s first, and then people in the 90s got old enough to make entertainment something that people would be like, I'm a nerd.
Yeah, it always goes like that, though. I would say, like, the 40-year-olds, they take over the industry.
Yep.
So then they bring their experiences, but it's always the cool 40. It's always the cool people because it's all the artists.
It's the outcasts that were staying at home writing things.
Yep. It's the outcasts. It's the artists. You know, and now they got the jobs being creative.
Right.
Yeah.
The popular
And now
kids on the
they're
football
telling
team and the cheerleaders, they've got a minivan.
And I think a lot of what happened also, we're very lucky that rock and roll became so popular. So all of a sudden dressing like that fashion was allowed because that's how the bands were dressing.
Yeah.
When did you first see that goth was becoming mainstream? When you walked down the street and nobody blinked an eye.
Oh my God. Well, they still kind of do. But it's in a good way.
Yeah.
Now I have women my age going, I wish I could do that. I'm like, honey, you better start if you want to, because tick, 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 you know.
And by the way, for the second week in a row, I'm going to have Nicole try to guess your age.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
No, do it, please.
I would put you, probably in your 40s.
Love you.
Yeah.
I just turned 54.
You look.
See, I would say 30s, honestly, if I had to take a wild guess.
Because what we were discussing and everything.
It's the fangs. Yeah, you're a vampire.
It wasn't your.
Oh, it's because I said 80s?
Yeah, I was just, because we're having this conversation, I get a little insight into it, yeah.
No, I just turned 54.
Well, you definitely don't look it.
You definitely don't look it.
Thank you.
And so, are you a vampire? Is that why you so well preserved? Is that what it is? You're gonna have this. The studio's gonna be all covered in blood after the podcast.
No, because you are too. So we're just we'll go out and get.
Oh no! I age. I'm hardly a vampire, but
I don't, but I don't know. I'm good genes, I guess. I'm very lucky.
We'll go out and get someone to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
After
there's
the
plenty
show.
of other studios here, so we can. There's a lot of bands that are rehearsing, and we saw a cute couple on the way in preparing instruments, so we could get a nice little feast in there. But
and Mark, you don't look your age either. But...
I know, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I just now the one thing I did want to because I was very surprised. I mean, you're so confessional on your YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that you had vitiligo.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Which is the discoloration of skin Michael Jackson had and other people had. I'm
so pale that like you can't really, but it goes like this and it goes like that, like on my face. But I stay out of the sun. You know, I'm always out of the sun. So, but literally, if I'm in the sun for 2 days, then I look like a calico cat.
Wow.
But I am, I used
difficult.
to. It started in my 20s. I thought because I had gone on vacation, I had some sunglasses on, so I thought I just had a tan.
Right.
And then it never went away.
Wow.
But I mean, and I have some white hairs. I have some white hairs. You'll never see those.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, for me being so light, it's not much of an issue. So, but I can see how it can be a lot more difficult with someone with darker skin.
Sure.
So, but it also, you kind of have to stay out of the sun because my skin in general is just very sensitive to everything.
Sure.
To my face.
Well, that'll be the vampire in you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
But as Michael Jackson did, you go very white and nobody knows.
Mm-mm.
It's
actually this makeup that I have on is actually a shade too dark for me.
Wow.
Okay. I put it on and then I'm like, oh my god.
Well, you were one thing that's honest about your YouTube channel is that you actually show yourself sans makeup and then put the makeup on.
I do now, like on my TikTok and on my stories on Instagram and stuff like that, because now I don't care. What's the point? I mean, why hide it? Well,
there's nothing to hide. You're beautiful without the makeup.
Thank you.
But
it took a while to get there, though. To be honest, it took a while to be like, this is my. I don't, because I don't know why. Why did I think people just thought I woke up like this? You know what I mean?
But I get it. Like, it took a while for me to go around without the eyeliner because it's such a part of my face that it feels weird when I don't have it on.
Yeah.
But then I went through some stuff and I started like wearing no makeup and I just got comfortable with my own skin. So.
Oh my god, it is. Yeah, I mean, I'll go out in public with just a little bit of mascara on.
I was gonna say because you say that you don't, even if you're going to the store, you're walking your dog, and you try to walk nightly, you still put on a little makeup.
Or just a little bit mascara. But during the pandemic now I
that was another thing that happened. I was just kind of only going out with my friends, so just got used to not wearing my makeup because they don't care.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, when the pandemic started, I let the beard go and my hair went natural. It was awful. But by the way, how much of this hair is real and how much of it is extensions?
Okay, so I have extensions, like tape-in extensions.
Right.
My hair is this long. But today, I have some clip-ins too, because the bigger the better.
Yes.
Yeah.
The bigger the better.
Well, I've seen some also.
And the longer.
Ooh, look at that! My goodness, Rapunzel.
Yeah. So, and I'm short, so it makes my hair look even longer.
Now, have you always had I saw an older picture of you, and we're gonna get to other things about that picture, but you had like a B-52 sort of. Beehive, which looked very good too.
Yeah, I've done it.
Well, you've always had like long hair, or
yeah, long. Well, like when I was in high school, I had black hair that was about this high.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like my senior picture, you could see it goes like this and has a little curl, but about this tall. Because my mom said, "You got to curl your hair." So I went, but I had my.
So it's like two question marks at the top, or?
Well, no, it just all kind of goes like that.
Oh, okay.
The bang thing,
Ah.
But and then I had two braids, like blonde and black braids.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool, yeah.
They were really skinny, but nobody really did two-color hair in school, so.
Except for you.
Not for me. I've had this red and black for 20-something years now. And this is funny how this happened.
Oh, please, tell us.
Because I had my red hair, right?
Mhm.
But I didn't have bangs like 20-something years ago. But
Right.
I decided, I'm going to put 2 black stripes. So I did. And then one day I'm like, I'm going to cut bangs. And so I cut bangs and it was perfectly in the middle. I was like, that is so cool.
I like bangs.
It is
Yeah,
cool,
it
yeah.
looks
Right?
good.
With the black in the middle.
Oh yeah, the
Just
red.
went,
Yeah, yeah. Just
So I was like, I'm keeping this. But now I just keep it just because I have OCD and all that fun stuff. So I like things to be the same.
right.
Because I don't have time.
Right.
I don't have time to figure out a new hairdo or hair color, and
It works though.
it
Yeah,
works,
it's
right?
It works.
Now it's kind of like my signature anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows that. Everybody knows Queenie. And before we get back to your story, it's about time that it is 420.
It is 420.
So Nicole has something to tell everybody about our other sponsor.
Well, I hear I'll be getting to try it soon. I don't know.
It's 420. What are they waiting for?
Exactly, right? But we have new white chocolate CBDs, and I'm really looking forward to that. They have delicious gummy CBDs. They have delicious chocolate CBD.
And the they you're talking about is Renegade Cbd and Renegade
it.
Kush.
If you are interested in trying any of these, go to renegadekush.com or renegadecbd.com. They also have Renegade CBD products like bath bombs and hand salves and different things. So lots for you to check out on 420.
Yes, or any other time. So, do you partake?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's neither do I.
It's because of my anxiety issues.
I was
going
gonna say, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you never get rid of it. You just learn how to control it.
Right.
And if I do that, I'll be under the table.
It affects people different ways, and
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
if people can handle it, it's cool. I actually really got stoned once, and I was driving home, and the steering wheel melted my arm. So I was like, no.
Oh, I did a couple times when I was like maybe 18, and I felt like I was in this giant bubble.
Yeah.
And I was like, I hate this. I really hate this. I will never do it again. I don't do any kind of drugs. I don't do anything. I drink 2 or 3 times a year.
Sure. Yeah.
A
You're
day,
like me, yeah.
A year,
Yeah, you're like
So-
me. And the last time I drank, it was a mess. It was horrible. It was caught on film, so it was not good.
No.
Fell out of my chair. It's not good. I had some absinthe,
Whoops.
and no.
Oh,
It's my birthday, and it just wasn't good.
But it was your birthday, though.
Yeah, so it's allowed, but anyway.
It wasn't just like a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's the thing. If people do that like 4 times a week, that's not me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I did want to get it in. I did want to kind of talk about this because you lost 190 pounds,
Mm-hmm. I sure did.
and we're both on diets, and we're doing our best. I mean, it's amazing the journey you are, and you were you've always been very attractive. So you're very attractive as a heavy woman, but
But that's not the point.
that's not the point.
It's just
Being
like
healthy.
being healthy is the point. What I do appreciate about nowadays is because when I was younger, we had Brooke Shields
Mm-hmm.
with that flat stomach,
Mhm.
Right.
and absolutely ridiculous things to obtain.
Mhm.
Like I've always been chubby. Like I'm chubby. I've always been chubby my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And fat legs, fat knees, fat stomach.
You're always making fun of your knees.
I have the weirdest looking knees.
What's wrong with your knees?
They go
Hmm.
like everybody else's goes and mine go. I hated my knees my whole life. But the good thing is I embrace them now.
Yes. Well, yes and no. I mean, you're always bitching about them on the YouTube,
Well, I know.
TikTok, and yeah.
I know. But I'm still showing them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's helping me to get,
Right.
because I've had body dysmorphia my whole life.
Right.
Right.
Didn't know what it was. I just thought mine was the ugliest that ever existed, no matter what size I was.
I had it too. I
Yeah.
got very skinny in like 2017, but I couldn't tell I was super skinny because
Exactly.
I didn't have the flat stomach.
Yeah.
And my friend Alan said, "Well, that's because you had organs," and it's a good point.
Right?
It's a perfect point.
Right? Yeah.
So,
But
I look back at that now and I'm
Yeah.
like, that was a little too skinny. And I didn't notice it at the time because I was still trying to compare myself to, like, you know, that LA model look.
Yeah.
Even though I and other friends had told you were a little too skinny at the time.
Well, you have to see it yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
The same thing kind of happened to me because, so I lost 190 pounds because I was...
And how long did that take and how'd you do it?
Years. It took me years. It took me about 8 or 9 years.
That's, yeah.
Because, like I said, the one day that the police I was over 330 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't quite know how high I was at the moment because scales didn't even go that high.
Right.
I had the kind that went like that and stopped at 330.
Mm.
So I just know that I had to go to the store and buy 2 dresses and sew them together.
Ooh.
To have, you know, because they didn't have the options they do now.
Yeah.
Which is great because even if you're on that journey, on your way down, you still want to look good, or, you know, you're trying to be healthy, you still want to look good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or no matter where your body is at that point. So I was like, 30, I think I was like 32, and I said, I got to do something because I have heart palpitations all the time. So I got scared because of that too. That
doesn't help your anxiety either.
No, I still get them. It's just something I just have some weird. I have a weird heart. Doesn't want to be in my body or something. I don't know. Is it because I'm a vampire?
Well, it's called black. I know that.
So I was like, I can't live like this. So the very first exercise I did was we had a push mower.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out and I pushed the mower for like 5 minutes and I was sweating and I was dying. But I was like, I'm doing this every day, and I killed that grass. I killed that grass because I literally killed it.
Wow.
Because I went out every day and mowed it, and it didn't even need to be mowed. But because I didn't want to be seen walking on the street.
Right.
I didn't have a treadmill. It hurt too much to do like aerobics because Richard Simmons was a big thing at the time.
Sure.
But eventually I got a treadmill, and then I started out at 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you know, and I started losing because I went extreme at first and like no fat, no sugar.
Well, the first time I lost weight, I cut out potatoes because I'm like, it's a useless carb. So with no potatoes, that was no more chips, no more fries. Like, it really helped. And then next I cut down my bread, and so I was only having tortillas, and that was how I lost, back when I was in college, how I lost the weight the first time.
Yeah. And cutting out sodas and stuff like that.
I don't drink anything with sugar, except alcohol.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm aware of the alcohol. I count that as my calories. I'm aware when I'm drinking that I'm adding on to my daily calorie count.
Yeah. Well, something like that is just, like, it's cool now that you can get carbonated stuff.
Yeah.
Without, sugar and stuff and a lot of salt.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like they have the soda stream and stuff. So, but they didn't have that back then.
No.
So that I still only drink water.
So the world is increasingly catering to your needs.
Yes, absolutely. Because people are realizing that not everybody's bodies are the same.
Right.
They don't.
And rather than making fun
same.
of people for that, they're giving people opportunities to get healthier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I would say too that losing it was one of the best things of my life because I am still very active at 54. Not saying that it doesn't hurt because I wake up in the morning, oh dear God, right? But I can move at 54.
You can mow the lawn.
I can mow the lawn. I can dance. I can kick. I can bend. I can stretch.
Right.
I'm 50.
I recently, on Monday, saw my aunt, who's now 70. She just turned 70. And she doesn't look 70. She's been very insecure about her weight because she put on a bunch during COVID. But I was like, she told me she looked like huge. When I saw her, I'm like, she doesn't look huge, thankfully. And it made me think, maybe when I get to 70, I'm going to look okay. Because I've been worried about that. I've been worried about not how I'm going to look, but how my body's going to feel.
Yeah.
Like, just like every But she's had knee surgery on both knees. Like, she's still trucking, and like she can't walk as fast, but she's still mobile. So I think we are living in a good by the time you reach 70, even it's going to be totally different. Like we're getting better and better each decade with how we take care of ourselves.
I hate to tell you, Nicole, but when you reach 70, you'll have some aches and pains.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh yeah.
But I was just saying that it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I kind of thought, because when I was growing up, when I was little, for instance, my great grandpa, when he was 70, looked like an old man. Lori looked like my aunt.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. People are looking younger. Everybody's everybody's got some vampire blood in them somewhere.
Exactly.
But yeah. So what was your favorite doll when you were a kid? When you were a girl?
My favorite what?
Your favorite doll.
My favorite doll. When I was really small, it was Holly Hobby.
Ah.
Do you know what Holly Hobby is?
I actually do, but I've got an older sister, but
it's a little it was almost like a Little House on the Prairie type of a doll. Yeah.
Did you have the oven?
The oven?
You don't know about the Holly Hobby oven?
No. Oh, you know why I didn't? I'll tell you, because my mom wouldn't let me have an oven. She didn't want me to bake sweets.
Yeah.
That's where it all began.
But Holly Hobby was like a homemaker, like a housewife, in kind of olden times. So it was kind of an old West housewife, and the big thing was they had the Holly Hobby oven,
like the Easy Bake Oven.
Yeah, so you can little girls can
make those little tiny cakes.
Yeah,
right.
I had an Easy Bake Oven.
Right. So this Holly Hobby had an oven, so she didn't want you eating sweets. You didn't ever eat sweets in the house.
Oh God, no! If I remember this one time I came home with bubble gum with sugar in it, and I got spanked for it.
Oh,
yeah. Wow! I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, my mom, she, we carry on what we're taught.
Yeah.
I don't blame her for anymore for any of that.
Right.
She has Alzheimer's now, and she loves me. And she's
just it just
a sweet little old lady now.
It just took losing all her memories, and
exactly.
So I'm sure she loved you before, but
of course she did.
Yes.
But it's like.
But she loves you more now because every time you see her, it's a new person.
Yeah, and who are you?
Wow, you look cute. Who are you?
Yeah, exactly. So.
Look at the bows in your hair. That's nice. Yeah. So no, the reason I ask is because obviously you're known for your dolls.
Yeah.
The pocket full of posies.
Yeah. I did those in 2006, I think, my first doll.
Really? It's that recent?
Yeah.
I always thought, I guess I always was like...
Well, my dolls, but
yes.
Your artwork started like 98.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So I was doing just like drawing the characters, and I've always wanted to be an artist. I wanted to call myself an artist, but I thought you had to call yourself an artist only when you started selling $1,000 worth of art.
Oh wow!
But if that was the case, then Van Gogh and other great artists would never be artists,
right? Well, I didn't know that.
No.
I was recluse. But so I drew some characters, and my friends were like, "Hey, you should make those into stickers," and I was like, "All right."
That's cool.
And that's how it started. And now I have not stopped.
I can see that.
Years,
yeah.
And you've got just all sorts of things for sale. But the probably the cutest thing that I've seen on YouTube of you is that you have such a following that you had two ladies at Disneyland that were dressed up as your dolls, your characters, and you just
that was Fallon, who's Scarlet Harlot, who is my best friend now. But
I know Scarlet.
Yeah, you know Scarlet.
I haven't seen Scarlet in years, but I know her.
So she's my bestie, but at the time we knew each other, but we didn't really know each other. But so her and her friend were like, "Let's surprise her." They almost didn't get in, because they were wearing that makeup.
Right.
Right.
And they told.
But even on Bats Day.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But they're like, she's like, we always dress like this. Like, seriously, like totally white makeup, little tiny lips, and my full pirate doll costume. I know, I cried. It was so
I can imagine, yeah, just to see her.
It was so cute.
That's amazing.
They put it in, and what's that magazine?
Gothic Beauty?
Gothic Beauty, too.
Right.
They did a whole thing on that. It was so cute.
Now, let me sidebar for a second. What is, and I've asked plenty of people this on this show,
Mhm.
and I still haven't gotten a great answer. What is it about Disneyland that appeals to goths? Because you would think it would be the antithesis. Mainstream, and then,
I think because it's goth aside, we all have these problems in our lives, and when you go to Disneyland, you don't.
That makes sense.
It's fantasy, and it's like, because we weren't born goths.
Right. We grew up on
we're little kids.
Yeah.
With these
fairy tales.
We loved the fairy tales, and we loved the cartoons and stuff. And when you're adult, you're not supposed to do that anymore. You got to be a lawyer. You got to go do your taxes.
Not anymore. In 2022, everybody's a kid.
Yeah, everybody's a kid now. But so that's what I think. I think no matter if you're a goth or whatever, you still want to escape
right
from the horribleness of the world.
I don't know. Last time I was at Disneyland, it rained, and it was really very stressful. But
do you remember when you used to be able to go to Disneyland and no one was there? And it would rain. Those were the best days. No one would be there.
Really?
I remember the one time going on the Matterhorn in the rain. You're like, dry, wet.
No, they closed a lot of the rides because it was raining.
Well,
it was raining that hard.
Oh wow!
And it was like my niece and nephew was like the first time they've been to Disneyland. They were little kids, and my father and my mother, we all went, and it was like,
that's so. When you're trying to bring people from out of town and stuff, you're like, no, this is gonna be so great.
Oh, man.
But then my niece became like she's a season pass holder, but and I don't know where she gets the money because it's not that cheap. But
yeah, I can't be a pass holder.
But I know so many goth Disney people, and I know Noah, and I know the Bat Stay, and I get the Bat Stay is one day where the goths. I get that, but I know people that just love Disney and they're goth, and I don't get it.
All over.
Oh yeah, what do you got there?
I got her, and then I got the Haunted Mansion, and I got Mickey Mouse.
Right.
It's awesome.
Oh, did I just hit the microphone?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
That's all right.
So, yeah.
You didn't hit the microphone. Mickey Mouse hit the microphone. It wasn't you.
Yeah, it wasn't me. So, yeah, I mean, for me, like I said, it's... But because... And they also have villains.
Yes.
And I love the villains. And it's just an acceptable place to love the villains.
Okay.
And they're beautiful, and they're not ugly. The villains aren't ugly.
No, the heroes are ugly.
Yeah.
The villains are the cute ones. Mm-hmm. For me, that's always been the way.
The Evil Queen, I've always loved the Evil Queen.
You mean Maleficent?
No, the actual Evil Queen.
Oh, the Evil Queen. Okay.
Snow White.
Yeah.
Okay, I always get those two mixed up because when they came out, I'm like, the Queen had a name, the witch, the what?
Her name is oh my gosh, what's her name? I don't remember her name. The Evil Queen has a name.
Okay, I'm sure she does.
Like, I don't know.
It's not Broomhilda. It's
anyway. It's not important. Yeah. But yeah, that was such a special moment just to see what came out of your head just in flesh and blood. At Disneyland, you saw the dolls, the dolls.
Oh yeah, totally. It was just it was a surprise because also it is a surprise to me that people would want to do something like that for me.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Do you know what I mean? Because I honestly don't feel that special. So it's like, why would somebody? But oh well,
But people tell you all the time you're special, and you are special.
But I don't feel it. Do you know? I just feel like I'm me, just showing stuff. That's why I'm saying I don't feel special.
Well, but you don't feel special. But when exactly did you become queen? When did Queenie? When did you become royalty? When did that happen?
Actually, somebody gave me the name. Remember IRC? Remember chatting on IRC?
Like I'm a little too young.
90s.
Yeah. Okay.
And you had to come up with a nickname.
Right.
That's where the nicknames came from. The beginning of the internet.
It was like the AOL chat days. That's Prodigy.
And I was, I remember you used to change your name all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Change the room name. And I said I was the queen. And someone just said, I'm going to call you Queenie. And I said, that's kind of cool. that's kind of cool, right? And that's around the time where I was starting to accept myself as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, that's kind of a cool name. But I'm not saying that I'm the queen of, you know what I mean? Like, it's not because of that. It's just because it's a cute name.
Yeah.
So, but there's also because I wanted to rename myself because I finally became the person that I've always wanted to be.
That makes sense, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
You're regal now.
Well, I don't mean that, but you know.
But no, I understand. No, you've become. I mean, the queen of what you wanted to be.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
The queen of the black.
The queen of my own life, my existence, and like taking charge of everything I was afraid of.
Right. And that's great. And you've had your art all sorts of places, but you had was it the dolls that were in Hot Topic? Was it
the dolls? And I had some artwork in it, like T-shirts and stickers and stuff like that. And
that's when Hot Topic was goth.
Yeah, that's when. So they ordered my first doll, right? And then they ordered T-shirts and stickers, and they put it in some stores, and it started to do really well. So they wanted my pirate doll.
Mm-hmm.
And then, literally a week, like my dolls were gonna get to their thing. Mm-hmm. We're gonna cancel the order.
Oh no!
Oh,
because that's when Hot Topic decided they were gonna become street. They're gonna do the street thing now, cause.
Oh, I must have missed that.
Oh no! They got rid of all their toys, everything, and the person that was in charge of my thing just got fired or something.
Wow.
Or she left, or so I was like, "Yay! I have 5,000 dolls."
Oh man.
You eventually sold them.
Yeah.
It took a while.
Yeah, it took a while.
I can imagine. That sucks. I mean, was there a deposit they gave you? Was there some sort of a compensation?
No, and I probably could have
sued them.
Probably could have done something, but I didn't because I didn't really know what I was doing back then, So
right.
I was just like, yes, I'll be in a store. Yeah.
Well, I mean that's a great opportunity, and as I said, he would have sold $5,000.
Yeah.
In a tenth of the time that you would have sold them.
They wanted to build me up. They wanted to build my characters up and up and up.
You were going to be the new Emily the Strange.
Yes, exactly. That's what they had told me. And then it just went, so I was like, I'm the type of person that, like, if something crappy happens to me, I cry for a minute, and then I'm like, all right, let's get to work. Now what's next?
Right. Yeah. So how did you sell all those? Just put them online or just...
Online, and like some distributor bought some and stuff like that. I think you can still find some floating around on eBay and stuff. Like people go crazy. They want the Lilionia that was 1,000, like a limited edition, and totally sold out and stuff. I have a Delilah that's almost sold out. The reason why is because when I cleaned my garage, I found more boxes.
Wow. Now, what's the highest price one of these dolls gets on eBay? And I hate to bring it up because you're not getting any of it, but
I know. Well, the Lilionia, I've seen her years ago go for like $350 or something like that.
Wow.
The first one.
Wow.
So yeah.
But
people like them.
Yeah.
And geez, I went to Hot Topic a couple weeks ago because I was looking for some white powder, and boy, the goth has been cleaned right out of there. Mm-hmm. It was so bad, and I was like, well, first off, it's odd walking in your 40s asking for makeup as a man, but then like, you got any white foundation? Like,
not if you can go into Ulta or.
No, I know, but they're like, well, maybe you can go to Sephora. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
so I thought it'd be a quick in and out, and has been in the past, but they've scrubbed the goth right out of it. But
I have not been in one in years.
Yeah, well, it's the mall. What are you gonna do? Yeah. But it's the Disney store basically now.
Yeah,
it is a Disney store.
Yeah. That as much as I love Disney, it is kind of sad that everything, even art that's being done is just pop culture and stuff.
Right.
And so that's why sometimes I do some pop culture stuff, but then I'm like, I need to go back to doing some original stuff because
Right.
I don't want to just be known as a pop culture artist.
Right.
But I mean, the paintings that you do of Nick Cave and Susie and goth icons are amazing.
Thank you. I love doing that.
And they're not. I mean, they look traced, but they're not.
No.
Well, I'm not. I don't mean to infer. I'm just saying.
No.
It looks like it's. I mean,
that's why. Okay, so I was actually accused of not doing my own artwork, and that was pretty insulting.
what?
Sorry.
Yeah, I was accused of not doing my own artwork.
By somebody who probably wasn't an artist.
Anyway, I found out who it was, but
Were they an artist?
I'm not gonna say
That's a no.
who it is, but that's one reason why I started doing my time lapse, and
Right.
painting
That makes
and
sense.
drawing,
Yeah.
because I'm like, you're kidding me, right? Are you saying this because I'm a woman? Why are you saying this?
Oh, it was a guy. That makes sense.
Why would you accuse me of that?
Right. That's just rude.
Because I can make something look like a picture. I can't help it. My brain just decided I can do that.
Right.
You're just that talented.
Right? Like, I don't even know where it comes from. I'm never taking classes. I taught myself.
Right.
Mhm.
I taught myself how to see shapes and how to make colors right and shapes. I mean, I'm not perfect, but
That's so impressive that you have no artist training.
no, I failed on my art classes like in high school and stuff. So
How?
because they wanted me to do it a certain way.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like I was bored.
Well, that's a microcosm of your life, I think.
I'm like, so I failed.
They could at least just given you a D for the natural talent that they saw.
I think they were also they didn't like me in general.
Right.
They didn't like the way I looked, and
Which is such a shame because you look like an artist.
Well, yeah, but back then,
Yeah.
who knows what an artist looked like really, but Andy Warhol, I don't know.
Well, yeah, but Andy Warhol, the people
Andy
hanging
Warhol.
out with him,
Right.
women in dark
But
smocks
my
and-
teacher he wasn't into that kind of art.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? He was like, anyway.
But anyway, screw him. You're a
Okay.
professional artist. He's not.
Yeah.
Yep.
If he's still alive, he's probably still teaching the high school, giving true artist
Probably.
Fs, and you are making a living at being an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could he have done the spoiled brat Tumblr? I think not.
No, I don't think so. Isn't that so cute?
It is cute. It's I'm gonna have to get one of those.
Yes,
But
that'll count.
yes. But before, God, it's already been an hour. I can't believe it.
Really?
No, but I got a few more questions. So
Okay.
yeah. You're like, really? I can leave? No.
No, I don't leave. No.
No, we've had so much fun. I've told Nicole that every show we've done in 2022 has just been a home
Great,
run.
yeah.
And how fast did this show go?
Very fast.
And you know what that means?
What?
That's a good show.
Oh yeah.
Because the shows would just drag.
Because I'm
like-
a talker.
Oh, you are a
Oh,
talker.
God, I'm a
Oh, I
talker.
love it. You're so fascinating.
I've actually wanted to start a podcast myself.
You should.
Yeah, you should.
I don't even know how to start.
It's
You'd find a friend and you sit down with them and you talk to them.
Yeah.
basically.
Well, I kind of got ideas, yeah. Like, I want to go back to my YouTube, because I haven't done my YouTube in years. But,
Right.
I'm going through some stuff.
Yeah. I know. Now, hats.
Hmm.
You did not wear a hat today. You wore the bows, but there's always something on your head.
There's always something on my head.
And why is that?
I just like the way it looks. The more, the better. The more fabulous.
Is it an extension of your hair? Is that what it is?
Maybe because it makes me look taller.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
But you're not a heels person.
No, because I'm very clumsy.
Yeah.
I fall. I almost fell on the way to the studio.
Well, we all do that.
Because those are deadly sidewalks out there.
Yeah, no, we're in Silver Lake. It's they haven't.
You want to see my heels?
Yeah, let's see those.
This is my heels.
Yeah, see, you're wearing flats. Yeah.
No, that's the heel. That's the heel.
Oh, there's a little heel there.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
No, I don't do heels. Like, if I do, there'll be platforms.
Yeah.
So I'm walking on either.
Did you ever do like the Frankenstein shoes?
Yeah.
We've all done it.
Oh yeah, we've all done that.
But that came and went.
Yeah. Well, no, they're back.
Are they back now?
Mm-hmm.
The Frankenstein shoes are back?
The
I don't know
kids
what
are
those are.
doing
The kids are doing the Frankenstein
the
shoes?
kids are doing the Frankenstein. All the 90s stuff,
Right.
that's all back.
Yeah.
Go on the TikTok. It's all over the TikTok.
I got to check it out. Yeah, well, I'm on the TikTok, but, I don't spend a lot of time there. I TikTok.
Tickety-tack.
TikTok, I just, I get 5 videos of people either getting smacked in the balls or following their cats around. I'm like, all right, I got to go.
Okay, your algorithm. You need to switch some things up then.
I don't know. I mean, I follow you. I don't know what's going on, but that seems like, to me, TikTok's like America's Funniest Home Videos. That's basically what it is.
Do you follow Vision Video Band with the Goth Dad?
Yeah, I know the guy. I've been trying to get him on the show, yeah.
Oh my god. His whole dad joke things.
Yeah, no, he's great.
So great. I met him when they came to LA finally. I said, we need to do some TikToks together, dude. Oh my god. I told him to come to my house and we'll do some funny stuff.
Yeah.
There you go. That's how you start a podcast.
But he lives in like Georgia or
Yeah, he's not local, but I've been trying to get him on, but
Yeah.
he's great. But so you're into TikTok now, because it's like you've always been internet savvy.
Mm-hmm.
You had a great. I would imagine. I think we probably were MySpace friends initially.
Yes, we were.
Yes,
we were.
Yes, and that's when social media was fun.
Yeah. That's when you can get like 100,000 followers just like that.
Yeah, it was so great.
And now it's like me.
The pre-algorithm MySpace era, man, that was the best.
That's what it is. It's the pre-algorithm.
Yeah.
Totally. Because now it's like you have to be on, like I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok
Mm-hmm.
because it's because that's how I sell my stuff.
Right. Pinterest, Tumblr,
Pinterest,
Twitter.
Yes. I don't really do Twitter, but
Yeah, Twitter sucks, but
yeah, it's kind of boring.
but some people, I mean, once again, some people thrive on it.
Mhm.
I'm awful on Twitter, and every time I see a tweet, it's like some celebrity. I'm like, why are celebrities on Twitter? They always fuck it up.
Somebody said, why are they on TikTok too? It's like, you have your own thing. You have movies and TV.
Yeah,
Give something to us.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's gotten so bad. I'm gonna start an OnlyFans because I gotta find some platform that I could get some traction in.
I thought about an OnlyFans, but OnlyFans where I only show my ankle. Full Victorian.
That'd be hot. I'd pay.
Maybe just a little bit of cleavage, because I'm very modest usually.
But that's hot, and that's to me part of the goth appeal.
Yeah.
To go back to, I think the goth aesthetic is a curvy aesthetic.
Yeah.
And is very welcoming to heavy and curvy women and even heavy men.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's accepting to everybody.
Do you remember but there was a thing in the 90s where all of a sudden everyone just they'd get mad at you if you weren't skinny in the 90s for being goth.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, people were mad at me anyway, but I wasn't goth in the 90s really. I didn't really discover goth till it was probably in the late 90s.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And when I first got into it, I was like, well, I'm going to stand out. I'm going to start wearing colors. And I was like, ooh, no, that's not working. So, yeah, I was like, I'll wear really colorful clothes in the goth club and I'll stand out. And I was like, yeah, this is a mistake. And, but now people are like, oh, how come you only wear black? I'm like, I like it. I think it looks good.
Yeah. I mean, every once in a while I'll wear colors, like if I'm doing like an event, like costuming event or something.
Right.
I'll wear a few colors, but I just
like blood red or something like that. Yeah.
But the contrast just looks nice,
That's what I say.
Yeah.
I think the pale skin and the black. That's what got me into the goth club. Is I saw a woman with pale skin and dark clothes going into a club, and like, wow, what's going on here? And then I went in, and it was like a light bulb went off, like the heavens descended. It was like, oh, this is it. These are my people. And then I messed it up for a while, and I figured it out. So,
but speaking on that too, I love how the goth community now though is more accepting of all shades.
Oh, I was going to get to that.
Yes.
The future of goth to me, and let me know if you agree with this, is Latin.
Cholo goth is a thing.
It's definitely a thing. And when I go to clubs,
Yes, in LA.
In LA, and I don't know if this is nationwide, but in LA, the young people at the clubs are Latin.
Well, yeah, because it's more. That's what's most in LA too. Which it's awesome. I love it. I love it that it is. It's not exclusive. It's not an exclusive club. Mm-hmm. It's an inclusive club.
Exactly.
I was even talking about this actually when I was in high school. We had a black goth, a black punk. Well, only one,
right?
But there was only 10 of us, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but because they weren't accepted within their peers, we accepted everybody. You know, like everybody accepted each other.
Yeah.
And that's just the way the goth community still is. And for a while there, they got a little cliquey and exclusive, but no.
Well, the one thing about you, I will say, is you've never been cliquey. You've always been nice to everybody.
I try not to be. I've heard that I am by some people.
Everybody loves you.
And I'm like, what? Well, there's not everybody.
Who said?
Everybody loves me. Trust me.
Who said that you weren't nice to everybody?
I met somebody that said that I was hard to get to, like, because, like, in a cliquey sense, and I was like, I don't mean to be. I don't mean to be.
Right.
So and then I get people, I saw you out, but I was afraid to say hi. I'm like, just no! Don't ever be afraid to say hi to me.
That I could see. I could see people being intimidated.
I don't understand it. Maybe because I have a resting bitch face, but I can't help it. Maybe because, I have my sunglasses on. But I can't help it.
No, but Nicole has talked about how, sometimes the goth scene can be cliquey and weird, but the young goths like you, the older goths like you.
Well, the goth scene also has changed.
Yeah.
So it's not even the same people now at this point.
But you can imagine, okay, so like when the goth scene was more, it wasn't like it is now, like super public and like it's everywhere.
It was a small club.
It was a small club, so but still there are a few that are like, you can't be in my club. It's like, oh, shut up.
That's literally the last clique is just a group of people who've known each other for like 10 years, so they just are not. But what I was saying is there's a whole bunch of new kids, and like the old kids have stopped going, and it's now new kids, and it's like I wouldn't even if I was to like go back and hang out with where those cliques were, I wouldn't know anybody.
Yeah.
Because like I'm watching all my friends' social media feeds, and none of them are going to those clubs.
Yeah, well, the older we get, it's like
people get domesticated.
What's my schedule?
A lot of them moved to Vegas. Like a lot of the
Austin, Nashville. Yeah. There's a lot of LA mass exodus. But I remember I was filming a thing a few years ago, and it was a little short movie, and there was a casting call for goths, and I remember that there was like, okay, here's some Bar Sinister goths here. There's some Malediction goths here. There's some what's the one in Release the Bats goths here. And so there was like, and I knew all of them because I would go everywhere. But it was like these people would never be in the same room at the same time, except they're being paid. Yeah. But you are somebody that is revered throughout the LA goth community and probably nationwide and worldwide.
I hope that. I mean, I don't know. I don't want people to not like me because I try to be nice to everybody,
Well, you are, and as I said, I
know there's people that don't like me.
I know
there are people that don't like me
right,
either. It is what it is.
You just live with that.
But to me, with everything that you've gone through and where you are now, and the great art that you have, you're an inspiration.
Thank you.
And you've been through a lot, but you're just getting better and better.
Thank you for that.
It's true, and I look forward to seeing what Pocket Full of Posies with a Z comes up with next. Now, how did you come up with that? That's the last question.
Well, because Ring Around the Rosies, Pocket Full of Posies.
Well, I got that.
Ashes will all fall down, right? But I was being edgy with the Z. But then I find out that in French, posies means poser. Hey-o.
So there you go. Queenie Black is a poser.
I am a poser. I'm a poser.
Well, Queenie, it's been a delight. We could talk to you for hours.
Oh my God, it's been so fun. I'll come back.
I totally want you to come back. We're definitely going to have you come back and very soon. But before we do, tell everybody how they can get a hold of you, they can check out your art, and they can follow you on social media.
I'm on Instagram, Queenie _Pockful Posies. I should just change it. Or Queenie Black. You can search me everywhere, Queenie Black.
Right.
TikTok.
I think Pocket Full of
YouTube.
Posies you could probably get to you better because Queenie Black, sometimes there's other Queenies, there's other Blacks.
There's a Queenie Black that does some erotica, and that's not me.
I saw that. I almost was going to ask you about your erotic literature that you write.
That's not me. No, I do. On Amazon, I have coloring books and everything like that, and then you scroll down and there's like this BDSM stuff. I'm like, I did not write that.
Oh, wait, you got coloring books too? What's an example of a coloring book?
Space cats, like cats in outer space, and Easter bunnies, vampire Easter bunnies in outer space.
Oh, that's great. Oh, just
on Amazon.
Oh, that's a perfect.
Next time I come, I'll bring you a space cats one.
Oh, please!
Because I actually have picked the one.
I will pay you for it, obviously. But yeah, it just this is a great. If you missed Easter, get the bunny one or get the space cat one.
Oh, that's so funny.
But anyway, I interrupted you rudely. How else do people get a hold of you, Queenie?
On TikTok, I'm Queenie Black. I mean, just look for the red hair.
Yes,
Queenie Black red hair.
Now, what do you? Because I know your YouTube videos sometimes can get lengthy. What do you do in a minute on TikTok that we should watch?
Oh, I do some of those, what is it? Blah, blah, lip syncing to scenes, or I show my decor. Or actually, and lately, I've been dancing to 80s new wave music.
Perfect.
Like I'll do little snippets of 80, and it's to show, for one thing, stay active. Because if you don't start now in your 30s, you're not going to be doing it in your 50s. That's the main reason why.
Right.
And to show some really good alternative music that we don't hear anymore.
Right.
So I've been doing that. That's my new thing. It's been fun. Well, and I show some of my artwork and my house and stuff. So.
Your house is decorated very nicely.
Thank you.
And so that brings us full circle. Death Rock Lives on TikTok.
Yes, it does. And there's lots of other I love the newer generation.
Yeah.
They're totally doing the old school stuff. I love it.
Yeah. And you fit right in. I think the world's caught up to you.
I am an elder god.
Yes. But you're a vampire, so that means you never get old.
Yes. Let's hope.
And Nicole, how do people get a hold of you and how do they order your book?
My name is Nicole6Books on Instagram, Nicole86 on Facebook, and you can order my book at lulu.com. Just look for Nicole6.
Not hulu.com. Lulu.com. Because I posted it as hulu.com this week, and I
did forget to mention my Etsy shop.
Oh, please.
Oh, my Etsy shop.
Yes, please.
Posies, POSIEZ.etsy.com. And you can get my prints of my artwork. I make this.
Spoiled Bats
stuff. I make enamel pins. So much stuff.
Oh, I've been there, and it's delightful. Definitely check that out. You get if you're looking for gifts for the
spoiled bat in your life.
Go to posies.etsy.com, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Thank you, Queenie. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
No, and
so fun.
We had so much fun, and I'm Goth Comedian on all social media. Everybody, have a wonderfully creepy week. Bye.